Peace and blessings, everyone. This is Intuitive Tosha. I'm finally back with a reading for you guys. And as you can see from the title of this video, this reading is going to be about the lovely, the beautiful, the talented Whitney Houston. And if you did not know, Miss Houston's birthday is August 9th. And my birthday is August 8th. So, our birthdays are very close. She's my fellow lioness. I've been led to do a reading for Whitney before I even started this YouTube channel. And the messages I received then was so powerful. The energy was so intense in my house that it was just powerful. It was powerful. And the messages that I got was mind blowing. And the thing about Whitney and her energy is that in life, as you know, as we found out about Whitney, that she was raw and uncut, and she's the same way in the afterlife. She still has that raw and uncut, that realness with her spirit. It's even more intense now since she's on the other side. All right. And another thing about Whitney, she is all about keeping it real about herself. She wants us to know the truth about who she was, because she had to keep so much of her real self out of the limelight that now she's so free. She feels like, now I can be me. Now people can really know who I am as a person, because her life was a facade and she hated it. She hated that she had to keep so much of herself hidden, so much. She lived her life being a puppet, actually, a puppet for other people, a puppet for the music industry, and also a puppet for her family, her mother included. And if you guys don't want the real, I'm telling you now, do not watch this video, because I'm telling you the energy that's in here is very strong. Whitney's energy is very real and very intense, and she is very passionate person. She's a Leo. She's a lioness, just like me. So she don't cut no corners. She don't bullshit you. And that's what she's going to do. She's going to keep it real, even if it makes us give her the side eye, give her mother the side eye, her family the side eye. She just wants the truth to be known. And so this reading is going to be long. So if you guys got to grab a snack, grab your popcorn, grab some cola, grab some green tea, some kale chips, whatever you got to grab, sit back and enjoy this reading with me. All right. I'm going to be using my tarot cards, but I will be using multiple decks in this reading. We're going to zoom in on her energy, and we're going to start from the beginning. When I say beginning, I mean Whitney Houston, Nippy, as a child. If you did not know, Nippy is Whitney's nickname that has been used for her throughout her whole life. So this is what she likes to go by. So we want to see what life was like for Nippy, Miss Houston, as a child. What was her personality? How did she feel about her childhood? Of course, there's some things that we already know that has been brought into the media. So we're going to probably ask some questions about that to validate some things, and also see with the cards and what Whitney wants us to know that has not been shared with the media. Okay, so let's get to it. As we know, Whitney Elizabeth Houston was born August 9th, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey. And we're going to get into Mrs. Houston, Nippy's childhood. I want to find out what was her childhood like, what her personality was like. So let's ask the cards. All right, Spirit and Whitney, show us, what was life like for you as a child? What was life like for you as a child? Let's see. What was life like for Whitney as a child? Your childhood like, sweetheart? All right, so from this first set of cards, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna bring this camera. zoom in a little bit. All right. So from this first set of cards, I'm getting the family was, like, from these first set of cards, it's showing that her mother and father was very domineering. Someone showing very in charge. The King of Staffs is her father. He was very strict. He was a very strict man. He was all about getting money, Nine of Coins here. He was about making the family financially secure. But as the Three of Cups, as you can see, is in reverse. So it was more about money and putting on a certain persona for the public more than it really was about family. It was like a family putting up a front. The energy I'm getting is from Sissy and her husband. I don't even know what Whitney's dad's name is. There was a very big disconnect. It was a power struggle in that house between the two. The Knight of Staffs is showing, this is the father, the King of Staffs and Knight of Staffs. This showing somebody who's in control or trying to be in control of the house, and he was never there. The Knight of Staffs showing that her father being distant, never there. The Three of Cups, like I said, a disconnect with the family, even though the drive with both of them, her mother and father, was money. They worked together well when it came to the children. They worked together well when it came to business and, you know, keeping things in order together. So these cards right here is showing me the family dynamic between the mother and father, but the father being distant, the father not actually being there. It wasn't a marriage of love. It was at the beginning, but at a certain point, it was all about keeping up an image, just keeping up an image to build wealth, to just make sure the family is okay. But as far as them as a couple, as she's showing me, there was a disconnect in the household, People just putting up a front for the public. And it kind of put a wedge in the house. It kind of made her childhood at home very difficult. The mother and father disagreeing. The mother and father having a power struggle within each other. The mother wanted it this way. The father wanted that way. And the father being disconnected. I feel the father also was not home a lot. He probably traveled a lot. I think he was a pastor. So he was always out of town, preaching or just conducting business. And her mother being the main person there, taking care of everything. But definitely teamwork far as money, the parents. Teamwork far as finance. That was the main drive in their relationship. I think after the love ended, the main focus in their family was just making sure they secure, just making sure they are right. And so that is what drove Sissy and her husband. All right, money, security, and keeping up with the public view of them, wanting people to look at them as the perfect family, a perfect couple, but they were far from perfect. Behind closed doors, it was definitely a different ball game. All right, let's see what else. Dark card. Let's see. King of Swords. See the Death card. The Death card represents their relationship. Her mother and father relationship really bothered her. She wanted them to be together, like really function as a real family. Her father ruled with an iron fist, though, the King of Swords. He tried to dominate the house. You know how you have a very dominant female who's pulling their weight, trying to rule the house, and you have an insecure man who don't know how to handle that. So instead of handling it productively, he tried to use an iron fist. So I feel like he may have been abusive to Sissy. I feel like Whitney witnessed some abusive behavior from her dad, either emotionally or physically. So this household was definitely not what was being portrayed in public between the two parents. These cards are showing Sissy trying to make things work, even though she knows it's toxic environment, still trying to balance things out, because the energy, the whole family dynamic was not good at all. Strength, yeah, this is Sissy trying to hold it together, trying to make sure everybody is taken care of, trying to make sure her family is taken care of, even though her husband is doing God knows what while he's away, because the energy is saying this man lived a double life. I'm feeling a double life. So Sissy felt the need to make sure her kids were okay and that they was financially secure. She was in charge of the money, the Ace of Coins, and strength. If you can see the strength card, the Ace of Coins, this is Sissy taking charge of the finances. She was like, okay, since my husband can't get it together, it's my duty to make sure that we are taken care of, that our kids are taken care of. The Six of Staffs is the husband losing control, not having control of the household, and Sissy taking control. And this is kind of how their marriage was. Like, it just fell apart financially. Show us what else. Queen of Coins. Yeah, y'all. This is showing Whitney's father. He was something. A lot of things are not being said about this man, and I feel like it's to protect him. And I know he's on the other side too, and I don't want him interfering in his reading. So that's why I said I just want positive energy around me, protect me from, because this is Whitney's showing me her father was something else. The Page of Swords. As you know, when this card comes up, this is somebody with some ill intention. King of Coins, Two of Staffs. He did a lot of illegal activity. With money. Maybe he had a gambling problem. I think he had a gambling problem. Because I'm feeling in these cards somebody who thought they was on top of the world, so they felt like they could take a gamble. And Sissy always had to come and pick up the pieces. And this is also what made her put Nippy in the forefront. When she saw her children had talent, she knew that her kids would be her meal ticket, will be the one to fix her problems, especially Whitney. This is one of the reasons why she did that. That's why she put Whitney on the forefront. Her husband, he lived a double life. He had a double life, and also I feel like a gambling problem. He made them lose a lot of money. He hurt their family a lot, he hurt their family dynamic. He ruined them to the point to where they could have lost everything. So this man was up here preaching and doing all these different things. But as you can see, he was very toxic into his family. And Sissy had to take charge, which he didn't like. But she had no other choice, because if she didn't, they would have been on the street. They would have been homeless. They would not have had anything. All right. Wow. So this is what Whitney wants us to know. This is what her family dynamic was like at home. All right. So let's ask another question. All right, Whitney. Show us. So what else you want us to know? All right. About your parents. All right. She knew they loved her, but she felt controlled. She felt as if she was always being watched and being critiqued, and just She felt like she couldn't be a child. She could not be a child. She wanted to be a child so bad. But her mother is the Queen of Swords. Her mother was very controlling, very dominant, and she didn't have a chance to be a kid. She just wanted to be a child. She felt like her mother was always watching her and point out the negative things about her. Always wanted her to be perfect. All right? Let's see what else. Page of Swords came up again. Yeah, she just looked. The High Priestess and came up again. 3 of Cups. 2 of Cups. She felt like she had too much responsibility on her as a child. She felt like she caused a rift within their marriage. Like, I felt like her husband may have felt that Sissy paid too much attention to Whitney. Like, just threw him to the side. So this shows her feeling a lot of disconnect, disconnect in the family, and a lot of it she feels was because of her, all the attention her mom was giving her, and her dad. It kind of put a wedge in between them. You know how you might have a couple that may chastise a child, and then the other parent like, no, leave him alone. Or you feel like a woman who has children and is giving all her attention to her children and not to her man. And so that is what Whitney is showing us. She is saying that my father felt as if Sissy gave all her attention to us and not to him. She felt like they loved her, but her father kind of resented the relationship, resented how Sissy paid so much attention to her and not to him. And her father was very selfish man. He was very, very selfish man. This is showing me a man who, not doing what he's supposed to do, but he still feels he's not doing what he needs to be doing as a father or a husband, but he still feels like he deserves the fruits of being in those positions. So even though he's not doing all he needs to do as a husband, he's gambling, he's out here not being responsible with the family, but he still feels that Sissy should still respect him as a husband, or still be intimate with him, even though he's not doing what he needs to do as a husband or live up to his title that he has in the church. Like, she was not happy with him at all. And Whitney is saying, look, she kind of felt that she was part of that. He's like, hey, what about me over here? You have a husband, but at the same time, he's not conducting himself as a man of the house. He's not giving her what she needs as a wife, but at the same time, he wants her to give him what he wants and needs as a husband. Okay, so she's definitely showing in these cards about that relationship. She's not really talking about her per se, but her main concern is like the family. Like, to her, that's all that mattered, was the family. She left her family, but she felt that she was at fault of a lot of things, even though it wasn't her fault. All right, and the cups. Queen of Cups. Yes, this is showing someone trying to balance. Sissy trying to balance. And Whitney's like trying to help. Like, she's like trying to help her mother. Like, she wants to do all she can to help the family. But it's always something. It was always something. It was always a battle, something always happening. A Queen of Staff. This is Sissy. Sissy is coming strong in this reading, y'all. That's all Whitney is worried about, is her mother. She's focusing on her mother in this reading. Queen of Staffs is her mother, trying to balance everything. Sissy had a lot on her, and Whitney, because she had a lot on her, she kind of placed a lot on her kids too. Like, her kids had to carry some of that burden, had to carry some of that weight. And also because she felt that becoming a mother and having these children took away from her career, they felt that animosity. They felt that burden. So Whitney felt at an early age that she knew her mother felt some type of way about losing her career, or her career not going like she wanted to, her mother not having a life she wanted. Whitney was very smart, very intelligent for a little girl. I'm seeing a 5 or 6 year old figuring all this stuff out. Like, she knew that my mommy misses her old life. My mommy wanted this, type of life, and now she has us, and she has to take care of us, and daddy not doing everything he needs to do, so mommy having to take care of everything. And Whitney wanted to help her mommy, wanted her mommy to be happy, wanted her mommy to be okay. So very early on, as a little girl, she took responsibility. She took on a lot of responsibility that a child should not have. She carried a lot of burden of her family that a child should not have had. And it's all because she loved her mommy. She wanted her mommy to be happy. She wanted to do all she can to take the burden off her mommy. If that means practicing all the time, singing, getting these notes right, to do everything that her mommy wanted, that's what she did. That's what she did. All right, so very early, y'all, Whitney did not have a childhood. It was all about family. And the crazy part about it is she kept that mentality her whole life. Everything she did, every decision she made, everything she did was to make her family happy, to make sure they were okay. That's how she lived her life, y'all. And this has been her ever since she was a little girl. She didn't know any other way to be. That's all she knew. She knew I had to make my family happy. I wanted my family to not struggle. I wanted my family not have to worry about anything, especially her mother. So yes, Sissy is very strong in this reading. Her father is too. So her main focus as a child was her family. She really didn't have no childhood, and right now she's telling us, look, my feelings didn't matter. Only thing that mattered to me, and still matters to her, honestly, is her family. She wanted her mother to be okay. She didn't want them bickering. She didn't want them arguing. She wanted her mommy and daddy to get along. She hated that her father blamed her. That's what she says. That's what she feels like. That's what she showing me. Like, but she's not even showing me her personality, like anything about her. It's all about her family. So, this is interesting. All right, so the next question is going to be a serious question. It's about a topic that may make some people uneasy, but I want to ask this question. I want to ask Whitney, because we have been told that Dee Dee Warwick, her cousin, molested her as a child. And this came up in, I think, one of the documentaries they did about her. And also Pat Houston mentioned it as well. This is a secret that Whitney took to her grave and only confided in certain people about. And I want to see what the cards have to say. And if you don't know who Dee Dee Warwick is, that is Dionne Warwick's sister. So the Houstons and Warwicks are related. Dionne Warwick is Whitney's cousin. Okay, so there have been claims that Dee Dee Warwick touched her inappropriately as a child. And this is also the reason why Whitney struggled with a lot of things as an adult. With her addictions and things. She had to bury a lot. And I'm hearing, I didn't want to bury it. I wanted to tell. But I didn't want to make my family look bad. So everything this woman did, y'all, was to save face for her family. This is the main thing. This is the main thing she wants us to know. Everything she did, and she regrets it. She regrets it. And so she didn't tell anybody for a long time about what Dee Dee did to her, because she didn't want to make her family look bad. She didn't care about herself. She just didn't want to make her mother look bad, or look a certain way. Her mother look at her a certain way, or look at her differently. Okay? But I want to see what the cards say. I want to see if Whitney tells us, did Dee Dee Warwick touch her inappropriately as a child? All right, so let's see. All right, Spirit and Whitney. Did Dee Dee Warwick sexually molest you as a child? Did Dee Dee Warwick sexually abuse Whitney as a child? Let's see. Right. These cards are showing me someone who was battling. These cards are showing me Whitney battling within herself. Her wanting to tell people, wanting to back away. She was trying to separate herself from Dee Dee. The Five of Swords. She was trying to figure out a way to get away from Dee Dee. But Dee Dee was family. She was confused, first of all, trying to figure out what was going on. But like I said, the Ace of Cups, Whitney trying to protect. She wanted everybody to be all right. She didn't want any negativity. She didn't want to make anybody sad or hurt or upset anyone. So she kept it to herself for a very long time. And the Fool card has come up. This is someone showing me Whitney just confused and trying to figure out things, trying to understand it as a child. Like, she was so innocent. The Fool is representing her innocence as well, showing like her trying to figure out like, what did I do wrong? And the Two of Swords, her trying to battle, trying to protect herself and not being able to protect herself, from Dee Dee, from her attacker. All right. The Five of Cups. Yeah. The Eight of Swords. The Four of Swords. Yes, y'all. Dee Dee did sexually abuse her. The Five of Cups, this represents Dee Dee. She struggled with a lot of addiction. She had a sexual addiction. And I don't think it was just children. Like, she was also abused as a child, and in turn she turned around and abused others. So it didn't matter if it was a little girl, a little boy, or whatnot. She just was very devious behavior. Five of Cups, Eight of Swords, and Four of Swords. This is showing me someone with some serious shit. Like, dealing with some real serious shit. This definitely represents somebody that was a predator. Somebody who stalked and preyed on kids or on people that couldn't defend themselves. And this was a learned behavior for Dee Dee. This was a learned behavior. And that in turn, she sexually abused others. She preyed on the innocent. So Whitney was not the only child that she did this to. I feel like it was multiple. I'll say at least 3 to 4 other people that this woman violated. Queen of Staff. She hurt Whitney. Queen of Staff, showing control and trying to seem innocent. She put up a front. The Temperance card. She asserted her dominance, but at the same time, tried to make it okay. Like, she did good with smoothing it over or talking to her, reassuring Whitney that it's okay, trying to make it okay. And also, she didn't really threaten her, but tried to win her over, being super nice. So she played it off. That's how she manipulated the situation. She manipulated to where she made excuses for it and made it look like it was a positive thing. She never threatened Whitney, but she always made it seem like, I'm trying to help you do A, B, and C, but you can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone. And she used to give her treats and give her money and buy her things. That's how she did it. She made it seem like it wasn't a bad thing. You know how sometimes you may hear stories of people that been sexually abused and they've been threatened by their attacker. This is not what happened in Whitney's situation. Dee Dee kind of brought her or tried to make it a positive situation, but at the same time buying her silence with gifts and candy and different things like that. All right, so yeah, Queen of Coins, the Sun. Yes, this woman. Yeah, this is showing me right here. Queen of Coins. This is Queen of Coins. This is Dee Dee. The Sun represents children. That represents Whitney and the other kids that she brought. This woman was buying these children. She took advantage of the parents' trust in her, and the Four of Cups, her manipulating, sweet talking, getting them to do what she wants them to do, or sweet talking them into letting her do what she wanted to do. And she trying to make it seem as if it was okay. You know, I'm your cousin. I love you. I'm not trying to do anything to hurt you type of situation. All right. This woman was very sick in the head. Very sick in the head. Master manipulator. So Whitney definitely was hurt by this woman. Whitney definitely was molested by her. And I hate the fact that this woman went to her grave and did not pay for her crime, did not get exposed, because she deserved it. She deserved it, and she should have paid for it. She should have paid for what she did to Whitney and those other children, because there are others that this woman has violated. All right? This is sad. This is truly, truly sad. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next question. And this part of the reading, I want to focus on Robyn Crawford. As you know, her and Robyn met, I think, when she was about 16 years old. So we're going to move on to Whitney's teen years and her relationship with Robyn. Robyn has been a topic of conversation for a few years. And the thing about Robyn is she has not spoken out about her relationship with Whitney. She is coming out with a tell-all book. Do I think it's a good idea? Yes, I think it's a great idea that she's coming out with this tell-all book. Why? Because this woman has been in the media. She has been silent for years. She's been dragged. She has not responded. And I do believe that she has the right to defend herself. She has the right to tell her truth and not what other people are saying about her. I love her energy, honestly. And while I'm speaking about Robyn, I'm getting chill bumps. I'm getting goosebumps because Whitney loves Robyn, period. It's like the energy in my room just changed when I start talking about Robyn. Robyn was one of the realest people in Whitney's life. Whitney loved her. She was the only person that truly had Whitney's back, y'all. Oh, my goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps talking about Robyn, y'all. Oh, Whitney adored Robyn. Whitney loved Robyn. The connection that they had was unmatched. She did not have a relationship with anybody like she had with Robyn. It didn't matter who it was, what friends that she had, who she married, who she was in a relationship with. Nothing competed with Robyn. Robyn loved Whitney, and Whitney is recognizing that. She wants everybody to know that Robyn truly had her best interest at heart from day one. Robyn was the only one that can calm her spirit. Robyn was the only one who got her, who knew her. She is the only person on the face of this earth that knew Whitney. Whitney hid nothing from Robyn. She hid a lot from her family. She hid a lot from her husband. She hid a lot from her friends, her other friends. But Robyn knew the true Whitney, and she loved her deeply. The love that she had for Robyn is unmatched. The effect Robyn had in her life could not be compared. Nobody could match it. Nobody could match it. Woo! All right. So we're going to pull the cards because, man, oh, man, she loved that girl. She loved that girl. And I'm really, truly looking forward to Robyn's book because her story needs to be told. And I'm feeling that Robyn, even though she's writing this book, she's still not going to reveal a lot of things because she loves Whitney that much. She respects her that much. A lot of you are going to be looking at this book and thinking she's going to be giving all this low down information about Whitney, and she is not. She's going to respect Whitney through the entire book. She's still going to keep a lot of Whitney's secrets. This book is not a book of making Whitney look bad or telling all Whitney's secrets. That is not what this book is about. This book is just telling her side, telling the truth, because a lot of people that's speaking on Robyn is not being truthful, not telling the truth, and making her look bad, including Whitney's brother. And Robyn wants to set the record straight. Whitney, the energy is saying she just wants to set the record straight without making Whitney look a certain way, without exposing all of Whitney's secrets, because Robyn is so loyal to Whitney. She is going to keep a lot of things to herself until she leaves this earth, period. All right, so let's ask about Whitney's relationship with Robyn. What was Whitney's and Robyn's relationship? How did she feel about her? Show us. How did she feel about her? I just gave y'all a little bit of how she feels about her, but I just want to see what the cards is going to say about it as well. Robyn helped her get through a lot of bad shit in her life. Like these cards are showing Whitney struggling. 5 of Cups have came up. This card comes up with somebody battling addiction. She helped Whitney a lot with her struggles with addiction, just her depression, anxiety. Whitney dealt with a lot of mental issues ever since she was a kid. When she met Robyn, she confided in Robyn a lot. Robyn helped to heal her. Robyn is an empath. I feel Robyn is very intuitive. She's an empathic person. So she kind of was Whitney. She kind of healed Whitney without even realizing it. Like she was Whitney's medicine. She was Whitney's pills. She was the type of person that she could help Whitney. These cards are showing me Whitney struggling, dealing with a lot, and Robyn coming to save her, saving her. Queen of Staff. Yeah, this is Robyn. This is Robyn, Ace of Coins. Yeah, Robyn helped Whitney get through a lot of ish in her life. I even feel like at one point, Whitney was suicidal as a child, as a teenager. Robyn helped talk Whitney off a ledge. Whitney was going through a lot of things in her life. And the thing with Dee Dee and just emotional things that she buried, it started to fester as a teenager. And you know, when we're a teenager, our hormones are just all over the place. And she helped Whitney get out of a lot of bad ish in her life. And that what Robyn was to her. Robyn was her savior, basically. Her savior. Her savior. Yeah, and this represents Sissy. Robyn also tried to protect her from Whitney's mother being controlling, trying to take control of Whitney, controlling every aspect of her life. And this is why Sissy did not like Robyn. Robyn came in to defend Whitney a lot. You see all these swords? This is Sissy. And Robyn helped protect Whitney a lot from Sissy. She also helped Whitney speak up for herself and stand up for herself. Sissy did not like this because Whitney, from what we know, Whitney was a very shy child. She didn't come out of her shell until she was older. So her mother, it was easy for her mother to manipulate her. It was easy for her mother to make her do things, even though in the inside she didn't want to, but she didn't want to go against her mother. She was very quiet and timid. All right. So when she met Robyn kind of brought her personality out. That even made her start speaking up for herself, and Robyn even defended her, speaking up for Whitney. And this is what caused Sissy, Queen of Swords, to not like Robyn. All right. Robyn definitely was her savior, y'all. She helped Whitney a lot. Yeah, she protected Whitney from everybody, whether it was family, whether anybody that Robyn felt was going to be toxic to Whitney or was trying to hurt Whitney, she protected Whitney from. Period. That is who Robyn was, and this is part of the reason why Robyn was in her life, was she kept Robyn near her. Robyn was so much to her. Robyn was her protector, was her best friend. Robyn was her healer. All right. But we're going to ask the question everybody wants to know. She does love Robyn, but we want to know, was she in love with Robyn? Because it's been rumors for decades that they were lesbian lovers and all of that, and marrying Bobby Brown was just a cover-up because she couldn't be with Robyn. And if you have been really paying attention to Whitney's documentaries and interviews, her family cannot stand Robyn. Her brother has spoken ill of Robyn. They even said that her dad, Whitney's dad, even tried to put a hit out on Robyn. So we're going to find out a little bit more about how she feels about Robyn. And I'm also going to ask the question about this hit that Whitney's father put out on her. All right, so Spirit, show us. Was Whitney in love with Robyn Crawford? Was Whitney in love with Robyn Crawford? Like I said, she truly loved this woman. And the way I'm feeling like the energy I'm feeling is someone else in love. Like, she truly loved this woman. She loved her more than she loved her husband. And I'm just being honest. That's the energy I'm getting. Was she in love with Robyn? Was she in love with Robyn? She loved Robyn, the Seven of Cups, but she knew that being with Robyn would cause too much drama, too much heartache. And it's not speaking about her feelings. She was thinking about Robyn. She knew that she could not be what Robyn needed or what Robyn wanted, because she knew that it would bring a lot of hurt and negativity to Robyn's life, even to the point of someone hurting Robyn. Ten of Swords. All right. Yeah, this is showing Whitney being conflicted, trying to juggle the relationship, trying to juggle things. This represents Bobby, her, and Robyn. Like, her trying to work, keep things together, keep a professional dynamic, keep Robyn in the picture, meaning she wanted to keep Robyn around as her, working with Robyn as a team, like keeping Robyn on staff, trying to fit her in, trying to fit her in her life, because she needed her, and her trying to juggle, trying to make things work, trying to keep the peace and hoping and praying that everybody work together, everybody can get along, All right, so the Ace of Cups have came up, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. All right, she loved this woman. The Ace of Cups is showing me her being in love, but I feel like she juggled with her feelings for Robyn and, of course, Bobby. The King of Cups is Bobby Brown. All right. So yes, she loved Robyn, but she knew that it would mess up with her money. She knew that she needed to be with a man. She knew that she could never be with Robyn the way she wanted to be with Robyn. I feel like she loved Robyn, but not as much as Robyn loved her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had so much respect for Robyn. She had so much, so much love for her. Like, her love for her was more love that she's had with any other human being, but she knew that she couldn't be with her. So she kind of fought those feelings. I think Whitney, since she's on the other side, now she's okay with those feelings. And that's when I'm feeling like I'm so overwhelmed with love. She fought her feelings for Robyn. Yes. Were they intimate? Yes. I feel like Robyn, she confided in Robyn. Robyn made her feel good emotionally, physically, sexually. Robyn did that for her. But it was more of I'm being intimate with you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I'm being intimate with you. But that's all it is. Like, I can't be with you. I want to be with a man. I want to be married to a man. So it's a very masculine energy in these cards. Yes, she loved Robyn. Yes, yes, they were intimate. That relationship, she tried to work Robyn into her life. She wanted her there. And Whitney was being kind of selfish too. Like, she wanted her cake and eat it too, basically. She knew that she would never be with Robyn in that way. She knew that she would wind up being with the man, but she loved everything Robyn gave her. I feel like she wished everything she had in Robyn, she wished she had in a man. Because honestly, she felt guilty about her feelings for Robyn. She wanted to live up to the Christian way of life, to have a family with the man, to be with the man. And she also knew that because of her status, her celebrity, that she could never be with her, because she feel like 4 of coins, it would mess with her money. It would definitely mess with her money. It would not be well received. All right. So I'm feeling love. There's definitely love there, but it's blocked. Like, it's blocked. It was blocked physically, and also Whitney warred with herself mentally as well. Like, she loved the way it felt. She loved the feeling she had for Robyn, but at the same time, she knew that she could never be with her. And it wasn't because of other people. It was what Whitney was feeling within herself. Yes, her family didn't like Robyn. Yes, they were against it. Yes, they, she knew that it would hurt her. She knew it may hurt her career. But at the end of the day, the decision was Whitney's. Okay, the decision to not be with Robyn and pursue anything with Robyn was Whitney's. Because even though she had these feelings for her, Whitney has a very deep-rooted Christian background. She believed in the 10 Commandments. She believed in those things, and she kind of was conflicted with her feelings. She didn't want to have those feelings for Robyn, but they were there. And now that she's on the other side, now she's able to be free with those feelings, and now she's realizing a lot. She truly loved this woman, and she's feeling regret that she did not let her feelings out and actually be with her, honestly, because the feeling I'm getting is overwhelming love, overwhelming respect, like a love you would have for your partner, your husband, your wife. That is the energy I'm feeling from Whitney about Robyn. All right, let's see what else we can get. I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to use my Angel Answers deck. All right, so we can get direct answers. All right, so I want to ask, does Whitney wish her and Robyn could have been together? Does Whitney regret not being with Robyn? 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 All right, so we have a few cards here. All right, so the first card is meditation brings answers. This represents how she was feeling before she passed away, when she was at war with her feelings with Robyn. She wished that she would have sat down and thought about it more. She wished she would have truly sat down and dealt with her feelings. She did things to not have to deal with her feelings. She kept busy to not have to deal with her feelings for Robyn. This also caused a wedge between her and Robyn, because Robyn knew that she wasn't being true to her feelings. She knew that she was trying to do everything possible to not having to deal with it. I'm seeing Robyn trying to talk to Whitney, trying to express herself to Whitney, and Whitney kind of brushing her off about it. So meditation brings answers. If she would have sat down and really focused on her feelings, she would have got the answers that she needed. But she did everything possible to numb her feelings, whether that means overworking herself, hanging out, partying, whatever, dating, whomever, to get her mind off of the situation. Okay, and the next card says it's up to you. And this was what Robyn was saying. Robyn was like, look, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, the ball is in your court. And this is what Robyn's problem was. She let Whitney take charge of everything, which she should. It always should be somebody's choice. But at the same time, Robyn let Whitney control their whole relationship dynamic. And it was like she was saying, it's up to you. She gave her that choice. She gave her so many chances to really, truly express her feelings. Even though Robyn knew Whitney loved her, she never got the answer that she needed from Whitney about her true feelings. Like, look, I'm in love with you. Yes, I love you. I wish I could be with you. That is what Robyn needed to hear. All right, within the next few months. In the next few months, we're going to hear more about Robyn and Whitney's relationship. And this is because of the book. All right. In the next few months, a lot will come out as far as conversations, as far as with Whitney and Robyn. Whitney is verifying that, like, within the next few months, a lot about me and Robyn's relationship is going to come to the forefront, and she is okay with that. She wants the truth to come out. She wants Robyn to be happy. She wants Robyn to be looked at differently from what the world is trying to show. All right. Be assertive. She wishes that she would have been different. She wished that she would have been more assertive with their relationship, being true to her feelings, sitting down and not giving a damn about what others thought, and just did what was in her heart. Whitney kept a lot within herself, and it's not just about her and Robyn. She did that with a lot of things. She kept her feelings to herself because she felt like her feelings did not matter. So she wished that with Robyn's relationship, she would have paid more attention. She would have been assertive with it and let Robyn know how much she truly loved her and cared about her. All right. Don't stop. This is saying that Whitney doesn't want Robyn to stop her life. She doesn't want Robyn to stop her life. Even though she's gone, she wants Robyn to be happy. She wants Robyn to go on with her life. She wants Robyn to don't stop her dream. Don't stop living her life. Don't stop pursuing things. Don't let the media, don't let everything with her keep her confined, because you know, this is Whitney passed away. Robyn has, like, she's been in hiding. We don't see Robyn nowhere. I don't think paparazzi have seen her. I feel like she is really living a secluded life. And Whitney is saying she doesn't want her to stop her life. Don't stop living. She want her to be able to live. She want, when this book to come out, to be Robyn's way of getting back out there, making that life for herself, doing what she wants to do on this earth, doing what she knows she needs to do on this earth. Robyn has stopped herself from pursuing a lot of things out of fear, and Whitney wants her to don't do that. All right. And yes, this is the answer that we were looking for. Yes, Whitney was in love with her, and Whitney did not realize how much she was in love with Robyn until she got on the other side. She loved Robyn. She wanted to be with Robyn. She wished things could have been different. But she wants Robyn to be happy. She wants Robyn to live her life. Don't become a hermit. Be the outgoing person that she is meant to be. Change lives like she changed hers. Okay? So, yeah, y'all. She loved her some Robyn, honey. Oh, yes.